In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Autumn Pop actions. These actions will take your images from summer or spring to fall in just a couple clicks, and they're so easy to use. Now, the first thing you want to make sure that you do before watching this video is make sure that you've loaded the actions into Photoshop. There's instructions included in your download folder, so follow those instructions and get the actions into Photoshop. Then once you're in Photoshop and your actions are loaded, you're going to want to make sure that you open your actions panel. If your actions panel isn't open, you can just go to Window and then click on Actions, and it's going to load your actions panel. So here we have the Autumn Pop actions. Next, you're just going to select the action that you want to play. So I'm going to play this first one called Peachy Autumn. I'm going to click play. And then it's going to give you some instructions. It's going to say, with a soft black brush at 50% opacity, brush over the layer mask to remove the effect from your subject until you get your desired look. Now you'll notice when you play the action as is, she's a little orange, and you don't want that. You want to keep some of those orange tones because if you're taking a picture in fall, those orange tones from the trees and from the leaves and everything are going to reflect onto your subject, but you don't want them to look like a pumpkin. So you're going to take your brush at 50% opacity, and the opacity is up here, so you would just type in 50%. Mine's already there. Then you're going to select your brush, and you're going to want to make sure that it's a soft brush. And here under the brush menu, you'll see my hardness is set at 0%. So this is a soft brush. And then you want to make sure that your colors are black and white. If your colors aren't black and white, just press the D on your keyboard and and that will reset your brushes, and then the X on your keyboard will swipe between the foreground and background color. But you want the foreground color to be black because that means your brush is going to be black. Then you want to select your layer mask. This is the layer mask right here. So once you have your layer mask selected, you can brush off the effect off of her skin. If you need to make your brush bigger or smaller, you can use the right and left bracket keys. The right bracket key is going to make your brush bigger. The left bracket key is going to make your brush smaller. So I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger, and I'm going to start to brush this effect off of her. Now, if you still feel like it's a little too strong, so that'll take it off about 50%. If you still feel it's a little too strong, you can brush off of her just a little bit more. And then once you are happy with the way it looks, there you go. So here is the before and here's the after. And there are 5 different actions. So there is Peachy Autumn, there's Creamy Autumn, there's Rich Autumn, there's Golden Autumn, there's Deep Autumn, and then there's a bonus action that I've included, which is Autumn Light, and I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to play Peachy Autumn here. I'm going to remove it from her a little bit. And then I'm going to play the Autumn Light. So when you play the Autumn Light, what it does is it adds just a little bit of light. And if you need to move it, you just want to double click on this, not the layer mask, but the actual layer itself. And then you are just going to click and drag, and you can see you can move that light around. So if I just wanted to add a little bit of light, like there's some extra light coming from here just to add just this extra effect, I can add that. And again, if it's too strong, so if I want to take it off of her hair a little bit, I can use my soft black brush and I can just remove it from her just a tiny bit. So that is how you use the actions, and you can also use the actions to build, you can use them together to kind of build up your own custom tones. So I've used Peachy Autumn and Autumn Light, but I want a little bit of creaminess to this, so I'm going to play Creamy Autumn, and that's going to add some more red tones in, and then I'm just going to remove this from her, just so she doesn't look orange or red. And there you go. So let me just show you here. I've grouped them together. So now we have, this is the before and here's the after. So we've made a really nice fall toned image. I can't wait to see your creations. I hope this video helped.